Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome to today's Daily Antidote song. So glad to see so many folks jumping into the room to be with us today. Let's give it up for Vance Gilbert opening us up with some great sounds there. And how many people are so excited that we finally have Vance Gilbert in the house? We've been waiting 6 years for this. So I'm super glad, Vance, that you're here. Thanks for joining us. We're going to take a quick minute just to greet everybody out there on the live stream. Thanks everybody out there on Facebook and everybody out there on YouTube for being with us today. We're glad you're here. And just to also say hello to everybody here in the room. And I love to look around and see who we've got today. Lots of different states that I see all around the place. And I see, let's see, I got UK over here, and there's Canada over there. So yeah, we've got the usual suspects in the house. Glad you're all here. Today's day 2,194 consecutive days of singing here in the Daily Antidote of Song, and we're on day 3 of our 7th year today, which is pretty fun. And we have with us the singer-songwriter of, I think, 30 plus years of extraordinary musical work out there in the world. And here from Massachusetts today. There's so much to say about Vance Gilbert, not the least of which is seeing him at Folk Alliance. Hugging Pat Humphries was probably one of my best Folk Alliance moments. And I am so glad he's here. Rather than spend a lot of time introducing him, I'm going to turn it over to him so we can sing. And then we'll let Vance talk a little bit about what he is doing out there in the world. So, Vance, we are so excited to have you here, and we're ready to sing a song with you.
Well, thank you so much. I apologize ahead of time for not being quite the songwriter that you find easy to sing along with, but you'll find things that work if you listen up. I think you'll have a nice time joining in on choruses, even if they change a little bit, like we used to do in church as a kid. Just wanted to song from Jesus, to the Lord. That's kind of where I'll be with that. Let me start you off with this. I was such a strange boy, 40 years or so back then. Fat with big thick old glasses, had trouble making friends. Cruising through my neighborhood, could easily have come to no good end, till I stumbled into the workshops of old white men. Call your mother, you can stay. That's about all they'd ever say. And they'd take the lid off of some old wooden box, and inside would lay a gem made of string and spring wood and glue. Right then and there, I'm sure I knew firsthand the raw ingredients of old white men. Oh, white men, get teary-eyed December 7th. Oh, white men, salute every flag they see. Oh, white men, didn't care how cool I couldn't be. A drop of glue will do to helping men. Put the cap on when you're through, said old white men. It was all ball peen hammers and calipers, dovetail joints and acetone, tubes and printed circuits, screws and spokes and wheels. The difference between truth and opinion. When you're old enough, be sure you vote. And never trust a woman wearing more than 3-inch heels. Oh, white men, living cross-cut chainsaw lives. Oh, white men, they don't talk back to their wives. Oh, white men, thanks to them, I can sharpen your kitchen knives with a stone. Sometimes when I'm alone, I wonder what became of old white men. Do they synchronize their watches as on and on time marches? Do the belts need extra notches as their waistlines grow big and round? I call their wives up often, and I carry their husbands' coffins as these gray hairs of my own chase me down. Over the years I outgrew My awkward situation. I went to college, joined a cause, became the black man I never was. And over the years I learned to view old white men with suspicion, 'cause I'd heard the world was run to ruin by old white men. Last Thursday I was hunched over on Briggs and Stratton Moor, trying to adjust the carburetor when this kid come bending my ear. Always bugging me when I'm working. So I said, make yourself seem useful, son. Clean the carbon off that spark plug, wipe it down, and hand it here. Oh, white man, look me squarely in the eyes. Oh, white man, they look right past my skin. Oh, white man, I can hear them oh so clearly. Are you gonna just stand there with that sanding block? Or make it so these pieces fit again?
Thank you so much, Vance. I
Thank
love that
you.
song. Love that song. And in some funny ways, I feel like, tell us more about the song. It's kind of funny because you've got the whole story built right there in the song. But maybe tell us a little bit more about writing it or about sort of how it ties into a lot of the work you do in the world.
Well, it's a song that it's my supersedes racism song. I think I tend to like to write a song that doesn't post what it's about as a placard, but as you get into the story, you start to be able to smell what the song is about. And as the great Loretta Ross, sociologist, would say, rather than calling someone out, that's my way of calling somebody in.
Love
This
that.
song gives people an opportunity to take part in being a decent day to day human, and maybe thinking twice about who they are and what shade they are. So I hope hopefully the song does the rest of the job that way.
Yeah, the song totally does the job. I think it's a really neat one of the things I love about your songs is the way that I feel like I'm only speaking for myself now, but I find myself in the songs and in the different characters and in the narrative voice, and I can in fact think about it in terms of other events in my life or other experiences in my life, and it makes singing along with it because I'm sorry, but I do sing along with your songs. It makes singing along with them make really, really personal in a beautiful way. And you have a magic touch, I think, like that with songwriting. You want to talk a little bit more about your songwriting or about recordings and things that you're doing in the world, especially now in these crazy times?
Well, yeah, Chris Matthews does have a song called "Call Them In," and I'm pretty sure she got that idea from Loretta Ross, because Loretta Ross is very well known. And that's a great song by Chris. She's a friend. She's wonderful at what she does. Um, what was I going to say to you? Yeah, what did you ask me?
I don't know. That was a
I
long
don't
time
remember.
ago.
I don't remember what you said. I'm at
I,
the
yeah,
what?
I don't
What am
remember
I?
either. I'm just as
What am
old
I
as you
doing
are.
here?
All right. I think I said something like, tell us about what you're doing in the world, especially now during these
Oh,
crazy times.
oh yeah, during the crazy times. I've gotten older, so they can be crazy as they want to, because I don't understand half of what goes on in the world anyway, because I'm crazy, because I'm old. Old people don't know anything. No, I'm. It's the middle of Wednesday afternoon. What do you expect from me? Um, yeah, it's. I am writing again. I'm writing, so people have to lean in a little bit, and rather than hitting you over the head, I sort of poke you on the shoulder and that's the best I can kind of give you. I'm going to play something. Clelio, if you have the opportunity, can you pull up a song "Black Rochelle" from my? Oh, I see people cheering that. I'm glad you know that. Some folks out there. Hi, everybody. Hi, Ann. Um, uh, and oh, look at all these people out here. This is so nice. This is so nice. Oh, yeah, everybody out there, people with puppets and stuff. That's great. I had an old sock I was going to use for a puppet, but then the sock found the other sock. It knew that I was going to make a puppet out of it, and it found another sock. So that's what socks do. Socks, when they know you're about to make a puppet out of them, they run and find another sock because there's no worse death for a sock than to be a puppet because you don't get to hang with the other socks. Is this thing on? I'm trying to talk to you people. And anyway,
You have us all laughing extraordinarily hard, Vance, and thank you for bringing so much joy in here. Are you
well,
going to sing us a song about socks? Because that'd be
no,
fun.
this is Clelio's going to put up Black Rochelle. I wish I had the tools back then to see those fools were fools back then and stand tall enough in my own black skin when they rang the recess bell. See, I was part of that cartel of kids that did that awful thing we did, locking hands in a circle and shouting, hey, look, it's a Black Rochelle. Wasn't like I didn't have a choice. I was guilty as those other girls and boys, with satisfaction at your silver tears as down your face they fell. It didn't matter what they screamed or yelled. For once it wasn't someone else. Point a chubby light-skinned finger, singing, hey look, it's Black Rochelle. I never had the chance to say I'm sorry. You never had the chance to tell me to go on straight to hell. If I can call... Now you got me forgetting the lyrics. What a different story I could tell. Oh, God bless the Black Rochelle. Now I've been punching bag and bully bait, familiar with how they operate. A fat ass sissy they could hate. Oh, I knew the blueprint well. But here my skin was lighter than, like my black ended where yours began. Licensed to join that loathsome clan, singing, hey look, it's Black Rochelle. I never had the chance to say I'm sorry. You never had the chance to tell me to go on straight to hell. If I could take it back in time, what a different story I could tell. Oh, God bless the Black Rochelle. You can hum that with me. Now maybe you're a lawyer or a Pentecostal minister, supermodel, homemaker, doctor, or a judge. Maybe you have children sitting round your kitchen table, and each and every one you teach to never hold a grudge. Or maybe you've forgotten, like the pages of a calendar, coming fast, flipping past, each one looking the same. Maybe you recall a boy caught up in that broken crowd, for 50 years still haunted by that name. I never had the chance to say I'm sorry. You never had the chance to tell me to go on straight to hell. If I could take it back in time, What a different story I could tell. Oh, God bless the black, oh black Rochelle. Oh, God bless the black, oh black Rochelle.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Vance.
you.
Thank
That's a
you.
true story. Um, and that's me coming to terms with something I did as a kid, trying to be part of the crowd after having been put upon myself as a teased and scarlet lettered a kid. I got to sink back into the crowd and pick on. I'll never forget her. She was tall, very dark, um, black girl named Rochelle. I was in second, maybe third grade, probably second grade. But yeah, that was my opportunity to do that. And the song kind of wrote itself. And before you ask, no, I've never tried to get in touch. I'm hoping their name was Rochelle. Maybe I'm hoping not. Often when I'm writing a song, that's not the most important part of what's going on in the song. The song uh, is can be a many lies put together to tell the truth, but that one happens to be. I remember exactly how that went down, and I got a decent song out of it. Who knew I'd end up being a singer songwriter? I thought I'd be a tennis teacher. Who knew? Um, but anyway, um,
Thank you. Yeah.
thank
No,
you.
I mean, okay, so I do actually, I don't know what you thought I was going to ask you, but actually, what I
What?
want to do, I want to
What?
ask the room. I want to say, how many people in the room know that sensation of having been both the bullied and in some way the unkind person who maybe also wanted to just not be the target and come? Yeah, so I see a lot of heads shaking. Right, so I think again, it's really beautiful, Vance, whether it's a true story for you or not, and the fact that it is makes it deeper. The idea that like you're touching that part in us that carries whatever the shame is from a decision we made in second grade or in fifth grade when we knew better already,
Yeah.
but didn't hold that space for being the person who knows better. And those are hard things to grapple with, and we do carry them our whole lives.
Oh,
And
we do, we
yeah,
do, and even as a child, you recognize uh, the power in the ugly.
mm,
So,
yep,
I mean that's what I think. That's what we have to teach our children. We're not teaching them how to. Uh, Often we're teaching them how to be good, but we're also teaching them how not to be bad. Because there's power and it's survival. It's all of those things. I mean, I'm not a sociologist. I just play one on TV. I'm a singer songwriter, and
and and
and
apparently, and almost a tennis pro. You want to tell us about that life?
oh no, I don't want to. It was so many years ago. The best I did was I won the 14 and unders in my hometown of Willingboro, New Jersey, when I was 14, and it was downhill from there. I Everyone was at that point. They were playing with the Western forehand grip and two-handed backhands, and I was trying to be Arthur Ashe and Rod Laver, and although I did play my best time playing, I was playing with a Billie Jean King um, a racket made by Wilson Billie Jean King. It had the perfect amount of flex, and no one made fun of me for it because they knew I could kick their butts in tennis. But I can't believe you got me talking about tennis. Anyway,
All right.
um,
All right, what do you
this.
want to do? Do you want to say anything else? Do you want to tell anybody anything about your recordings, or do you want to play us another song before we go out of the room, or what are you in the mood for?
Oh, I'm gonna play you a new song. Look, how many people here have been to Vance's Monday night acoustic pajama party? Okay, there's a bunch of people here that do that. Yay! Thank you for showing up to that, and thank you for supporting this. This has been a real gas for me. I mean, even if I had gas, you wouldn't know because it's anyway. No, but it's my room, so I can do what I like here. My thing is Monday nights, every Monday night at 7:30 Eastern time. on YouTube, and it started 6 years ago. Not unlike this, 2 weeks and 6 years ago, and I forgot to stop doing it, and I'm still doing it. And when I think we're coming up on show number 200, and we're coming up on show number 300. Show number 300. Like, isn't that insane?
Yeah.
So this song is new. I want to play this song for you because it is socially conscious. I'm not going to tell you what it's about. It's about I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but it has a social conscience. But you have to listen close for it, and there's no lyric for it clearly. And thank you so much for your work behind the scenes. And Joe Rassi. Hey, you know what, Joe? If you had some trees in your yard, invited people over, and it was a park, it would be Joe Rassi Park. You know, that's funny. Get it? Joe
I love
Rassi.
it.
Is this on? I can't hear nobody. Anyway.
That's the problem. You can't hear us all laughing.
I would teach you the chorus if I could sing it without doing the rest of the song, but you'll smell it as it goes by. Picture a clock on its back, and that's 12 straight ahead. I'm at forward, my captain's shoulder, that's a wingman. What he can't see on his six, I'm his eyes there instead. Got his back like a good soldier, that's a wingman. I like to tell the story of some enemy invasion and a two-man team that won the war from our corner of the sky. But the beep of that machine over by the nurse's station will be my indication that my tank is running dry. And what I whispered into that mask at 40,000 feet, only God in the whistling wind will ever know. And if it keeps me out of heaven and the arms of my sweet Savior, then so be it, let me go out as a wingman. He retired in 1973, somewhere where the fishing was great. He retired with a collar full of stars when he died in 98. His wife called to tell me, laughing through her tears, she said, I know how much you love me, but she's got no goddamn idea. I like to tell a story of some enemy invasion and a two-man team that won the war from our corner of the sky. But the beat of that machine over by the nurse's station will be my indication that my tank is running dry. And what I whispered into that mask at 40,000 feet, only God in a whistling wind will ever know. And if it keeps me out of heaven and the arms of my sweet Savior, then so be it, let me go out as a wingman. I like your definition of wingman, Bob. I'd have to kill you if I told you where we flew and where we landed, 'cause you don't have the clearance and you never understand. Now I'm coming in hot for final, and the good Lord has his reasons why I was born and died when I couldn't love another man. I like to tell a story of some enemy invasion and a two-man team that won the war from our corner of the sky. But the beat of that machine over by the nurse's station is one long tone that tells the world that my tank is running dry. And what I whispered into that mask at 40,000 feet, Only God in the whistling wind will ever know. Do that again. And what I whispered into that mask at 40,000 feet, only God in the whistling wind will ever know. It keeps me out of heaven. It keeps me out of heaven. The arms of my sweet Savior. Then so be it. Let me go out. Now I'm go out as a wingman.
Vance Gilbert, everybody. Thank you so much, Vance.
Are you kidding me? This is so much fun. I'm going to come back. I'm going to do it tomorrow. And I will see you folks Saturday. I'm going to do it on Saturday. Oh, what is this on? Uh, Come join me
Thank
Monday nights if you feel like it. Continue to support this if you would, please. This is a lovely thing that you got going here, Jurassic Park.
thank
This is just tremendous. Any quick questions before we go? Anything?
So I think you have done a fabulous job of letting everybody know who you are and what you do in the world. And
Hmm.
certainly you've gotten everybody wrapped in and they're all going to be following you and showing up at your live stream.
Thank you.
So before we say goodbye, I'm going to take one quick sec to just tell everybody what we're doing for the rest of this week and what we've been doing. So we celebrated the first day of year 7 on Monday. Yesterday we sang with Jenny Bonham Carter. I think that was coming in from Maryland, but I don't remember. She's from Sweden, 10 years here in the US, and she had amazing things to say. Check it out if you missed it. Vance Gilbert today, coming in from Massachusetts, bringing his very Vance Gilbert-y self right here in the Daily Antidote Live, live and for the first time, and we can't wait to have him back again. As he said, he's coming tomorrow. So tomorrow's Fran Andre in the UK plus Vance Gilbert. On the next day, we're going to have Valeria Pacific, also from the UK, plus Vance Gilbert. Or I'm just kidding. On the Saturday, we're going to have Lilo Gonzalez, Lucy Murphy, Steve, and Peter Jones. They're all from the DC Labor Chorus and the Labor Heritage Foundation. And they're doing a fundraiser in Maryland that is related to ICE. And so please come and hear all about it on Saturday. And on Sunday, we're going to sing with Wezi coming in from Zambia. So another week that looks just like the Daily Antidote here. And we're really
Awesome.
glad you've decided to join us today. So everybody, let's give another big shout out for Vance Gilbert. Thank you, Vance.
Woo! Oh, sorry.
Love
I
it.
mean, I love me. I love you. I was like,
Yeah, we all love you too, so you're good. Everybody, let's give another shout out for having completed 2,194 consecutive days of singing. We're going to say a quick goodbye to the live stream, and we invite everybody to stay for a goodbye behind the scenes once we say goodbye to live stream. So, live streamers, we also invite you, if it's 12:31 your time, ET, come on over here, and we'll say goodbye to you in person.